I threw up. 2 hours ago, I was vomiting. You know, my body patched that out quicker than 2K have patched their game. We are 2 days into the early access, 3 if you took a flight out to New Zealand, and some people are lucky enough to be able to get on the mode. I know a majority can't, but 2 days, nearly 3 days into early access now that people paid extra for. We can't play the mode My Rise. Maybe it's just me being able to get bored easily, but I'm basically done with the game already. 2 days into early access. That's quicker than I was expecting. The game is already boring. Fair enough, they added underground. People are enjoying that. People are enjoying whatever they want to enjoy. The island is something I'm so glad that I decided to pick up the PC version instead, because of what I've been told with the loading times on there, from going out into the shops, walking around the island, which apparently isn't even really that big. But the loading times, the laggy servers still. My faction hasn't changed. They've got the World Tour mode, which is just Proving Grounds 2.0, same concept. They copy and pasted achievements over. Obviously, that's no big deal. No one really cares about that, but they're a literal copy and paste of some of the achievements over. I have played the game for 8.6 hours, according to Steam, and I'm over it already. The showcase was pretty decent, I can't lie. It was okay with the fact that they actually added in-game cutscenes again, but that's finished. That's done already. I wasn't expecting hours and hours of gameplay from it, don't get me wrong. It's a showcase, it's a small, sweet little thing. But all I'm left now with is my faction. If I had the Xbox version, which I decided not to pay the extra for, I'd still have the island to have so much fun with, I imagine. My GM's there. I'm not interested in the mode. It's probably not changed. I can't tell you because I'm not going to touch it. It's just disappointing. It is really disappointing to not be able to play the full game in the early access that I paid the extra for. Sorry, but in what world is it acceptable that you get given an incomplete game, a broken game, and you paid extra money for it? Now, people will still back 2K for it and think it's acceptable, which is insane. And all I can imagine is it's rage bait, to be honest, because how can you accept it? How can you be okay with it? And then I've seen people now complaining about the fact that, oh no, my VC hasn't showed up, my 100k VC for the Bloodline edition. Sorry, dumbass, but they quite clearly stated you weren't getting that till official release. So what was the point in the early access? You know, like it's disappointing and it's trash, and I'm already done with the game. I might play it a little bit more when My Rise eventually gets patched in, which is probably going to happen on release date. So what was the point in me paying extra to play the game early? You know, I may as well have waited, save some money. But other than that, there's nothing to do anymore. I can just do what I was doing already in the other 2K games, where I'm just playing exhibition, doing the same matches that I have been for years, because I'm not interested in the intergender stuff. Not new, by the way. That was in there way back when, in the older games. So I'm not giving you any sort of pat on the back for adding stuff in that it was already in the game years ago. You're just now pulling your finger out and putting it in. Now pull your finger out and patch the game and let me play the game mode that I should have access to. And it's not just me. If you're one of the lucky ones that can actually play the game mode, well on you. But at the same time, I don't even believe you that you could probably get on there most of the time, because the sheer amount of people that I've seen can't get on that game mode is insane. Not just PC, not just Xbox, it's PlayStation as well. Everyone is having issues getting on that game mode. Why? Fix it. We're 2 days into the early access. Like I say, 3 if you count the New Zealand trips that people take. 2 days. It should have been done on the first day when they first heard complaint. But they don't care about that part because it's not making them any extra money. You go on My Rise. Whereas if we had problems with the microtransactions, boy, let me tell you, they would be fixed in a heartbeat. It's mental. Actually crazy that people are still happy and accepting of this. And when it gets patched out and it's fixed, people will sing the praises as if they deserve it. when it should have never been a problem. If you're going to release a game, it should be fixed. I understand there are bugs in games, but a bug of not being able to play a specific mode, one of the main modes, not really acceptable. That's all I've got to say. I'm going to actually do this in one take now, just to prove to you that this is going to happen when I load up my Rise, that it's not going to work. Let's do a little test here. All in one take. Let me add the scene, display capture. All in one take. We'll let it load up. Here's the game. Now, how silly would I be if it actually worked now? Press any button to get on here. Skip through that. Start on the game. No on the refresh rate. Oh, here's your news about the boost currency that you have to wait an extra week for, that you paid for. My Rise. Here's the intro scene. I'm not going to skip it. There you go. That's about it. See ya.